It's my feel-good breakfast show.
As the former White House senior policy advisor on nutrition, Sam Kass has gone from being the Obama family's personal chef to a senior food analyst, charged with covering topics such as healthy eating and the latest food trends. So, in a nutshell, he's a food guru.
So, Mr. Kass, you've got to start off first with the amazing title that you're most well known for, which is the White House Senior Policy Advisor on Nutrition under the Obama administration. That's a mouthful to say. But what exactly did that entail in terms of your role in that position?
I had a few hats in the White House. I was the chef for the President First family at night. And during the day, I did all the food policy, so working on school nutrition standards, for example, or nutrition facts panel, where people get the information on the sides of panels, on the sides of food packages. How do you help make that better for families? And then I also ran the First Lady's Let's Move campaign. So I had a lot going on. It was a busy time, but an amazing experience.
And so having to cook for the president as his personal chef, I've got to ask you, is the president a good eater, or did you have to tell him to cut down on the garlic bread every now and then?
The president kind of does what he wants, but luckily he's a very good eater. Very disciplined, really balanced, healthy meals, doesn't have the late night binge. Everybody imagines the president eating like a triple cheeseburger at 2 in the morning. It doesn't, not this president anyways. So it was great fun though.
Now, nutrition and living a healthy lifestyle, I think, is at the forefront of most people's minds right now. And despite governments investing a lot of money into projects, I think we as a human race still continue to pursue the unhealthy side of life. And you see obesity still all over the place, not just in the United States, but also in South Africa. What do you think is it about us as humans that keep pursuing this?
I think right now it's becoming harder for people to make healthier choices, and we're getting surrounded by food that's not good for us, and therefore people are choosing that food because we eat what we see, we eat what's around us. But there's a big effort underway, and the cultures are starting to shift to say we want better food. We need good, nutritious food. We need it to be affordable for our families. But it's rooted in our culture. Food is who we are. It's who we are as a people. It's how we show love. It's how we identify ourselves. And so we have to make sure the culture is really valuing and aspiring to living better. Once you have that, then all kinds of other changes can follow.
And it's right what you say. I mean, we do eat what we see, and there's fast food restaurants all around us. So how do we as consumers then start to empower ourselves so that we can make better and healthier choices?
I think the first and most important thing consumers can do is to cook. If you cook at home, everything gets better. You eat more fruits and vegetables. You eat less sodium. So I think that's step one, because it's the most affordable way to eat healthy. But I think step two is supporting restaurants. If you're going to go out, and we all love going out, to support those restaurants who are putting healthier choices on the menu and to order them. Because if people don't order those choices, restaurants aren't going to keep putting them on there. So we need to support those companies that are doing a good job and stop going to the ones that aren't.
Now in South Africa, there's this diet that I'm sure you've heard about, the Benton Diet. Yes? What are your thoughts on it?
So, I think all these different diets that you hear of, this diet and that diet, the main thing that connects them all, and I think is the most important part of them, is that they all say, don't drink sugary drinks, don't, cut down on your processed foods, only eat whole foods. That is what's absolutely right. I think we start losing the path when we say, like, only eat steak with tons of fat, or only eat, grapes, or only, you get every kind of diet under the sun. I think what the science clearly shows is that we need balanced meals with lots of fruits and vegetables. Whole grains are really important, and really good protein. And I think less of everything. So that's the balance. And I think we need to just stay in that thing, take it easy, take a deep breath, it's okay. Just have a nice, small, balanced meal, and you're gonna be on the right path.
And let's talk food trends a little bit. Sushi is big right now all over the world. But if I were to pick your brain and ask you, what do you think is gonna be the biggest food trend in the next decade?
Ooh, I think vegetables are on the go. I think fruits and vegetables are like, they're just like on fire right now. And I think you're gonna see more and more innovation about how do we grow and process and make incredible dishes, incredible meals out of, that are fruit and vegetable based. And by the way, it's also much more sustainable. And I think as climate change really starts to have an increasing impact, water is much more scarce. We're gonna have to figure out how to put good food on our tables in a way that's sustainable. And I think fruit and vegetables are really our answer there. So I think the next century is the century for fruit and veg.
So no insects?
Yeah, the insect thing is actually quite interesting. I mean, it'll be interesting to see around the world. I mean, some cultures have been eating insects for millennia, and they're a great source of protein, obviously very sustainable. Culturally, certainly not in the United States, is something that I see really taking hold at any time soon. But you can make protein powders and stuff based out of insects that may be an interesting supplement. I'm not sure yet, though, on if many cultures are ready to start eating a bunch of bugs.
Which is true. I mean, we've got Parktown prawns in South Africa. They're like this big, cockroaches.
I heard. I didn't taste them. I haven't been here for long enough. But I would try it.
No South African would ever consider eating a Parktown prawn. Never.
I would try it. Next time, I'll be back.
Continuing his work as a food trend analyst in the States, we look forward to having Sam back again to finally try a delicious Parktown prawn in the not too distant future.